Welcome everyone to Age of Noob's patch summary in under 10 minutes. Buckle up as it's quite the update. The two anticipated civilizations are finally here, the Burgundians and the Sicilians. Stay tuned for tomorrow and the day after for back-to-back videos to get an in-depth review of both civilizations. But for now, we'll cover the basics. Both civilizations play quite unconventionally. To start off with the Sicilians, their unique military unit, the Sergeants, can build a 2x2 structure called a donjon that can be characterized as something between a crate post and a keep tower. The Sicilians can tank 50% of the bonus incoming damage as well. Upon researching their unique technology First Crusade, each town center spawns a one-time group of 10 Sergeants. Keep in mind that the limit is 5 town centers for a maximum of 50 Sergeants. Their second technology provides 15 gold for each military unit they own. This also applies to their allies. The Burgundians are, well, quite strong. Economic upgrades are available one age earlier than other civilizations, stable technologies are 50% cheaper, and yes, that includes the Paladin upgrade. Gunpowder units gain a 25% bonus to their attack, and Cavalier upgrade is available in the Castle Age. Keep in mind though, they don't get bloodlines. Their team bonus is that the relics generate both gold and food. Their unique technology, Flemish Revolution, upgrades all existing villagers into Flemish militia and allows the training of Flemish militia at town centers. Burgundian Vineyards converts all food into gold at a 2-to-1 ratio, and get this, farmers slowly generate gold in addition to food. And we're not done yet. The Costelier, their other unique unit that's trained at the castle, has plus 44 rechargeable attack in the Imperial Age and can practically one-shot many units in the game. Many people's knee-jerk reaction has been on the plus 44 attack, but I believe the balance issue here is the speed of the Costelier and their recharge time. They can attack, retreat, recharge, and do it all over again pretty easily. If you take away their ability to retreat by making them slower, perhaps this will force players to charge all in and not abuse the recharge mechanic by hitting and running. It's still too early to tell, but we'll wait and see how they play out, and I'm sure the developers will tweak them accordingly to make them more balanced, just like the Step Lancers were at the launch of the game. As mentioned, be sure to subscribe to watch the full detailed review tomorrow. On to the general changes, the Chinese, the Mayans, and the Incas' specific bonuses on 2 TC maps have been nerfed, but there's nothing major here. Palisade walls and gates HP were reduced by 40% in the Dark Age, but this is mostly insignificant. Militia and a small feudal army will still take way too long for them to take those down. Doubt's clinical performance on Red Bull Wololo with the Cav Archers stirred a conversation again on whether or not the Cav Archers are actually good, and the developers put an end to that debate by reducing their frame delay. Cav Archer meta is back, everyone. The Franks, Khmer, and the Slavs lost Treadmill Crane. It hurts Franks the most, but even then, this is not too significant. The dismounted Conic no longer shares the same vision as when it was mounted. Hence, its vision is reduced when the horse dies. Arabai get an interesting rework. They're known for their horrible accuracy, so they get a buff on their missed shots hitting another target to 100% of the damage. To balance this, their overall attack is significantly reduced. That said, their reload time is also improved, so this basically means that tree strategies like Double Castle Arambai on Arena is effectively nerfed, but they're overall stronger in regular engagements. The powerhouse Franks finally get a nerf. Their foragers now collect only 15% faster. This won't really affect the way Franks are being played, but it's a nice change to tone them down. The most useless technology in the game gets a rework after 2 decades. Atheism now reduces the enemy gold income from relics by 50%. Although situational, this is now a very good technology to pick up in the Imperial Age if the game is going to post-imp trash wars and your opponent has more relics than you. The Italians get an overall buff. The developers wanted to make the Italians more viable on land, so they get cheaper Genoese crossbowmen and the university technologies at the cost of slightly worse price reduction on their docks. Overall, a good change. The Koreans pick up the elite cannon galleon, but this has almost no impact on most games. The change that has been a talking point for many years, especially at the high level, is finally here. Obsidian arrows is no more. Instead, it's replaced by Hulcha Javelineers, in which skirmishers throw 2 projectiles when researched. So this is an overall buff to the Mayan late game. A ball of archers taking down a castle on their own was a super silly mechanic, especially at pro-level team games, so I'm glad the developers finally removed this technology. Following the change in the Mayans, the Saracens also lose their bonus attack versus buildings. Archer sieging meta is finally behind us. They still do more damage than a generic civilization, but is nowhere near as powerful as before. That said, they do get a great buff of 10 plus HP on their camels for free in the Castle Age. Although Zealotry is significantly cheaper now, their final HP remains the same. Hence, Saracens get a great mid-game bonus and a nice late-game discount to help them in the Imperial Age. And finally, the Tatars. Considered by many to be one of the strongest civilizations in the game, their feudal sheep bonus gets nerfed alongside a cost increase to their keshiks. Some still say that the keshiks are still too powerful for their cost, but it's an overall nice change to the Tatars to tone them down a notch. For those of you who enjoy playing the campaigns, you're in for a treat. You can now play as Edward Longshanks against our childhood hero, William Wallace. Apart from that, there's also a new campaign added for the new civilizations, the Sicilians and the Burgundians. Moving on, we finally get some new great maps on this patch as well. Here's a quick rundown. African Clearing is like Arena without walls and fish in the middle. A great team game map. Amazon Tunnel is a great alternative for those who enjoy Black Forest. Its twist is that everyone has their own main choke point. And yes, Atacama. You've seen this before, and it's a great aggressive map for both 1v1 and team games alike. Coastal Forest is a very unique map with tons of potential for some great team games. It will be chaotic in the middle and boomy on the sides. And finally, Seize the Mountain. A migration map without the need for boats, people will eventually need to control and push through the middle. With that all said, the developers implemented a plethora of performance and bug fixes throughout the game, including the UI, campaigns, mods, AI, and so on. The game polish continues. Age of Empires is getting better and better, with bigger tournaments than ever and new content injected into the game to keep it fresh by the developers. It's a good time to be an Age of Empires player. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel and share more Age of Empires content with you folks, so dropping a like and subscribing goes a long way to help me and my small community in this journey. Once again, be sure to tune in tomorrow for the new Civilization reviews. See you guys in the next one, and best of luck in the new patch.